Let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Baller in at the point. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valančiūnas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
The pass to Valančiūnas. He can't get that one. Excellent D from Cantor. Here's Boston now. Brown the pass to Baller. Here's the three. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Baller passes to Brown. Cantor kicks to Hayward. Back to Cantor. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum's shot is off. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Brooks finds Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Baller passes to Cantor. A beautiful reverse layup.
Enes Kanter embraces physicality, and if he wants to score it, he's going to play right through the defense.
And last season, Jonas Valančiūnas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
Stolen by Jackson. It's Morant in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Baller off the mark there with the three-point shot. Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. A nice shot by Winslow. Boston trailing. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
This is where Morant is so dangerous. The open court, he knows how to exploit a defense.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Brown, and the rejection by Valančiūnas.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valančiūnas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Here's Baller. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Baller's got 5.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
To the inside, stolen by Cantor. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Brown. A miss that time would have put him up.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task. And when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
Grizzlies have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Hayward comes with the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Winslow for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Winslow's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency and some of that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players you expect to set the tone with toughness and togetherness.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Morant. And it's Memphis with another.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
He hits both from the stripe. Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
There's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
And the shot goes in. And it's 9 points for Baller.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Fires it up.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets active on the defensive end. This is the area of his game that he continues to work on.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 3. Live from the getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
They've got Brooks. Jonas Valančiūnas is out there with Anderson. Then it's Morant. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Walker. Over in the corner, Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Well, you just love the concentration from Jaylen Brown. Contested jump shot, no problem.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player. but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. The Grizzlies shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Like, think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here was a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
But Kevin, when Valančiūnas forces the issue like that, he is really tough to handle. He does a good job drawing contact.
Greg, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, John Morant and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, 2 of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year.
Well, the ability to stretch you to deep, and Tatum's impact is so profound.
Passes it to Anderson, to the paint. Here's Valančiūnas. Offensive rebound. It's blocked. One-on-one here. Here's Baller. And again, it's Boston converting. Grizzlies have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. It's Anderson with the drive. Sweet little floater.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Boston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Makes it off the glass. Baller's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Now here's Morant. With the teardrop, Valančiūnas. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Right side, Smart. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Valančiūnas. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Baller passes to Brown. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's rebounded by Memphis. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Valančiūnas. Count that one. And it's a 3-point Memphis lead.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
On the wing, Brown. The tray. And again, Boston with the triple.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Pass to Valančiūnas. Brooks outside. Back to Valančiūnas. And the dunk by Valančiūnas.
Well, Kevin, to steal a line from you, up high and down hard, Jonas Valančiūnas. Go ahead, big fella.
Smart on the wing. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And it's good for 2. And that's now 17 points for Baller.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Morant. And Anderson gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. And that defensive pressure of Smart will wear you down, Doors, over the course of a game.
Kevin, it takes its toll because his combination of athleticism, strength, and motor makes him an absolute monster on the defensive end.
There's the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Smart's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Valančiūnas. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morant. Goes up again, and Valančiūnas with the layup. Valančiūnas has got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Well, Jonas Valančiūnas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Tatum's shot is off. It's stolen by Tice. Shot from 16, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Jonas Valančiūnas for the Memphis Grizzlies. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Jonas Valančiūnas putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Baller in at the 1.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft. Unbelievable. He blew that look, guys. No clue what went wrong there. Well, the big expectations for the Celtics going into last season never translated to the success many thought they would have. The vast majority of experts predicted that the Celtics would be in the NBA Finals. They were unequivocally, I think, the most disappointing team in the league. They just couldn't put the pieces together.
Here's Morant following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Left side Jackson. He kicks it to Morant. Fires the 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Doris, the depth of talent for the Celtics. In the end, it was their undoing.
100% right, Kevin. Too many players were unhappy about their roles. Too many guys felt like they could be doing more and could never adjust. As a group, trying to stay upbeat and connected with that amount of talent proved of something the Celtics were incapable of doing. It draws more attention to the Warriors' sustained success. Their ability to make all that talent work was impressive. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Pass to Valančiūnas. And it's Valančiūnas finishing it off.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Doris, one of the biggest free agent signings in years. LeBron James going to the Lakers. What did you think of his first season with LA?
Well, when you're LeBron James, perhaps no athlete in the history of the NBA has borne the weight of expectation as much as LeBron. So if there's anything short of a playoff appearance, there's disappointment. But what I would say is, through Christmas Day and his first real injury that he had to endure, LeBron was playing like an MVP. We are talking about one of the greatest to ever do it. I expect them to turn things around in Lakerland this year.
I agree with you, and I agree on your prediction. Boston making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Jackson kicks to Winslow. There's the lob to Jackson. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Wanamaker. Looking for Hayward. He gets it there. Here's Cantor. Misses the chippy right there. The Grizzlies trail by 4. And the pass to Melton. Left side Jackson. Got a piece of it. A 3-ball. Hands it from downtown. Jackson's got 7 points.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Cantor finds Walker. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Winslow. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And it's Walker penetrating, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Celtics lead by 1.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Passes to Melton. Here's Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Winslow against Green. Winslow's shot is off.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Here's Walker. Knocks down the step-back J.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
They double him with Green. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Baller comes in for Kemba Walker.
Second team foul. Substitution for the Celtics.
1:53 left to play in the third. Winslow against Brown. Winslow's shot is off.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Clark following the bucket by the Celtics. 1:24 left to play in the third. Pass to Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the stripe. He can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Clark. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Good. Baller's got the lead back up to 7 now for Boston.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Jackson. A baseline J. That one off the back iron and out.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For Boston, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. Brooks comes in for Milton. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. The Grizzlies trail by 10. And here's Morant. 8 points for him. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Celtics leading by 8. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Clark is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Jackson in at the center position. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Brooks left side. Another shot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And Memphis making a change here. Valančiūnas is checked in. And that one falls for Brooks. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Tatum on the wing. Over Jackson. And it's Boston with another.
This is right in Tatum's wheelhouse. That mid-range is his comfort zone.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Now here's Morant. Out to Brooks. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Cantor. Nice D from Valančiūnas.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Baller passes to Tatum from deep. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Anderson dishes to Jackson. Over Tatum. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Jackson.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Shot from 16. Here's Valančiūnas. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we know Jonas Valančiūnas is never shy about mixing it up on the window.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Green comes in for Smart, and it's Kemba Walker in for Baller. The free throw drops for Valančiūnas.
Look, Kevin, you know this. There's a long history of great players coming out of Lithuania, and Valančiūnas right there with the best of them. Remember, back in 2012, this guy was the MVP of the Lithuanian Basketball League.
Brown, good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
There's the double team with Walker. Morant passes to Brooks. Over Green. Brooks misses. Austin leading by 5. To the middle. And Walker kicks to Brown. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant dishes to Brooks. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Walker. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Anderson. Austin also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Green.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Baller.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's Morant. 8 feet away, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. And that's 23 points for Valančiūnas.
Boy, this has been a bit of a showcase for Jonas Valančiūnas, over and over, finding a way to get it done on the offensive end.
And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by Valančiūnas.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's Morant. Now the feed to Valančiūnas. Yes, that goes in.
Kevin, that's the bucket they needed, and Valančiūnas goes and gets it for him. The big man seizes control of the moment.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Right side to Walker, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Memphis called for the foul.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And so he hits both. The Grizzlies trail by 5. 1:56 left in the game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Now here's Walker. The 3 from Tatum. It's good from long range.
tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Down low, and it's Valančiūnas finishing it off.
This guy came over from Lithuania with an ability to play pick-and-roll basketball, and he's only gotten better during his time in the NBA.
Walker. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Morant passes to Valančiūnas. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Excellent D from Kanter. Boston leading by 4. Brown outside. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Brown kicks to Walker. 6 to shoot. Hayward from outside. Rebounded by Valančiūnas. And the Grizzlies shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. A nice shot by Winslow.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Morant. Count it!
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Hayward. Three-pointer. It's money from deep.
Exactly what you want from the talented Hayward, the kind of poise that makes him a big shot maker.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Morant passes to Valančiūnas. Second chance shot. It's off.
I'll tell you, on the low block, Valančiūnas has shown that he can be a skilled offensive player, and the defense has got to pay attention to him. What a tremendous job playing through contact.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up by 1. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
There's Winslow. The 3 won't fall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.